is a certain allure about Africa, especially to somebody who wants to extend their hunting beyond just North America. There's nowhere with such a variety of animals, all of which are quite different from one another. It also has a way of living up to its reputation like nowhere else. The first morning was full of anticipation. After checking our rifles, we started hunting right away, and it wasn't very long before we were on a group of blessbuck. It became clear really fast how game-rich of an area this was. Within an hour, we already had an animal down and had it loaded up and was back at it again. We spent most of the afternoon chasing a small group of zebras. We just weren't ever able to get in for a shot, and right at last light we found a group of wildebeest which had several good males in it. The next morning was totally the opposite. It was quite cool and windy, and we didn't see a lot moving around for the whole morning. While the morning was slow, it had picked up some that afternoon, and we had our sights set on a couple of good impala rams. The next morning was again cold and windy, except for this time we had gone up to the mountains in search of zebra and kudu. It was a lot of really rough roads and a lot of glassing. After a long day, we finally got within about 400 yards from a group of zebras. By this point, it was becoming pretty clear to me why people get the bug to keep coming back to Africa. Our guide had told me that he had several Inyala bulls with broken horns, and if we could find one, he'd work me out a good price, so that was our next target. This was an animal I was very happy to harvest, and did not think I'd be coming home with one. That's one thing about Africa, you never know what you're going to find. We spent almost the entire evening playing cat and mouse with an ostrich. He would never let us get too close, and when he did, he would never hold still. We finally got in position for a shot at about 300 yards, and just like that, we had one big bird down. Day 6 we were looking for gemsbuck. After looking over a lot of animals and a few kudu as well, I never found the one of either I was looking for. That evening was spent the same way, but luckily before too long we got on a good mill diker. Day 7 really became the countdown. I still didn't have the 2 highest animals on my list, and just when my chances for a kudu were getting to look very grim, a group of kudu bulls appeared on the mountainside. Nervous, he's 300 yards about and really quartering away, and he ran up the hill a long ways. We weren't sure if we saw him walking down the hill or sliding, but he didn't go too far from where we saw him. That scared me. It was the last day of the safari, and I had still yet to find the gemsbuck I was looking for. After searching through a lot of animals, I was finally able to find a lone bull that looked to be really nice. After 8 days of intense hunting, I had got every animal that was on my list, but I still had an evening left, so I wasn't going to waste it. I decided to go try for a hartebeest. was an incredible way to end the hunt with a true gold medal hartebeest. I saw for myself why you can't compare Africa to anywhere else. There's nowhere with such a huge variety of game. I know for a fact I will be back.